It's after midnight, maybe even almost 1. I'm leaving Boulder Station. Oh, Jesus, this... When is this gonna end? When? Anyways, 5.5 hours, but so much pain. I had to talk to you today about this pain. I just cannot do this. Oh my. I need to rest first. Also, the rain's starting and I'm on a bicycle. I made it back into RV park. It was not raining that much, just sprinkling, but still, I hate being wet. And I'll tell you the story. Alright, let's talk about this while it's still fresh and I can still feel it. Check this graph. This is the game, how it went. It started really easy. I was in the game for 200 and you can see I just kept winning. It was small pots, like, I don't know, $40, $35, $25, but I was just raking the chips and I'm up about, actually exactly 190. And then you see the red line going down. I lost 3 hands in a row on a kicker. Cards were not that bad. I had Queen Jack. The other guy has King Jack. I have King Jack. The same guy has King Queen. And one was Ace Jack versus Ace King. He limped. I even couldn't see the king. So I lost 3 hands in a row on a kicker. I lost there about 300. So I had to add on another 100, so I still have about 240 or something like that. I don't remember exactly this moment. And then for the next 4 hours, you can see here, win one, lose one. Green line is winning a hand. And I record almost after every hand, I record the total chips I have. So you can see it's win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, lose, for 4 hours. And then at the end, this sharp green part, that's just one last hand, when with the stupid play, I won a lot of chips. Just before that hand, this little red line is a hand when I had Ace King of Clubs on a button. I raise pre-flop 15, that's like my standard. Big blind called. We're actually heads up. Flop is King, Jack, 9, no clubs. He checks. I bet $20, kind of to keep him in a can. And he makes it 45. At that moment, sick of this up and down, just flat, you see, it's a flat line. I didn't know what to think. Mostly at the table, there's no bluffing. It's just straight play. You have 2 pair, you raise. So I show my hand and muck, fold, give up with Ace King. Top pair, top kicker. Finally I have a kicker. The guy, tells me it's a good fold, really. I don't need your approval. He feels obligated to talk about the hand so much that later when he went to bathroom on his way back, he stopped by me and continued. He said he had pocket 9s. Pocket 9s, King Jack, Queen 10, whatever. I knew I was beaten. Just because how the whole night is going on. Some other time, maybe I make a call there, hoping, I don't know for what. But I was so sick of this. There was earlier one interesting hand, hour before the final hand. I have 10-9, and it was a limp pot, and we see the flop, bunch of players in a hand. We see the flop, Queen, Jack, 7. I'm open-ended. There are two spades and I don't have spades. Everybody checks and the third card is king. I'm in a big blind, so first to act, I bet $10. And the guy 2 seats on my left makes it 30. I didn't know what to think about it, but somehow something didn't allow me to fold. So I call. Turn is 8 of spades. I'm first to act. I put him on something like 2 pair, maybe even queen jack, king jack, ace 10. Possible. I bet 25, which is not even a significant portion of the pot, and he instantaneously muck. Did he get scared of spades? It looked like that, because he couldn't put me on a straight, so I won there something. And now let's talk about the final hand. First, let me tell you something. When I came to the game, it was about 6 o'clock. Took me over 1 hour waiting. Even I called ahead, but only one table and going slow. So it took the whole hour for me to get a seat. Later, we replaced a few players, but still, everybody at the table is on Social Security. Game is really slow. Pots are low. It is so annoying. And like I said, I just wanted to get my money back. I have about 320 in front of me. I'm on a button and I look at the pocket eights. Under the gun +1 raises 10, which can be anything, 7, 8 suited. Next player goes all in for 21. Immediately, I decided to eliminate the under the gun +1 player, so I'm going to raise. But at that moment, player on my right side calls. I still ain't going to raise. He's an older Asian character, plays rarely, so immediately I think he must have ace-king, because he's not re-raising or going all in, so I am sure he has ace-king, so wanting to see the flop first. And I wanted to make it $80, which still maybe is not even enough to get them off the hand, but turns out I bet only 70. So it took a while for under the gun +1 to call, and the guy on my right calls. I still thinking about he has ace-king. Flop is king 9-9. Oh, there must be king in those 6 cards that are against me. So I said, okay, I'm going to bet probably about 100. Both of them check. And then I said, if I bet 100, they're going to call. And as usual, when I'm in trouble and I don't know what to do, I just said all in. And I push about 250. Under the gun +1 folds very fast. Okay, one less. And what's going through my head is, what the fool I am. He has ace-king. Can he think that I have pocket kings? Like I'm gonna scare him now. But he mucks. So what do you call $70 pre-flop raise? What hands do you have to call? Ace-7 suited? What is it? Dealer pushes me bunch of chips. Third card, another 9. River, deuce. I show pocket eights. The guy that was all in mucks.
What's this bullshit? I don't fucking care.
So that pot was like about 250. That puts me $103 plus. I rack my chips after 5.5 hours. And good night. Playing at the Boulder Station with old people is so painful. Pots are small, they are slow, and not interested in gambling. Every hand is limp, and then I have to raise. And then everybody calls. I don't think, I need a break from them. I cannot look at their faces again. I don't think I painted this my pain, really, uh, colorful as I wanted. But trust me, there's nothing worse than that game. Oh, good morning. Yeah, you caught me in the bed. Yep, I'm in my cozy RV bedroom. Here's my music poster, inspiration. Saturday morning soccer game from Serbia. That's my favorite team, Red Star, the best ever. Oh, I feel much better than last night after that painful game. Oh my God, you don't understand. Combination of win one, lose one, and old people at the table, a killer, headache. Now, what's left is to give you my top 5. If you saw my last video with Ricardo, that's all true. The title From Zero to Hero is so appropriate. He changed his game 180 degrees. Totally opposite. For years, losing absolutely every session, never had a positive session in his life. Turned out to have 90% winning rates. That is with 9 and 0. That's amazing. So can you accomplish that? Yeah, if you want. But first thing, the most important thing is, like in AA 12-step program, number 1 is to admit yourself, I'm a bad player. So I'm going to give you now my top 5 signs that you might be a bad player. Let's define bad player. It's not even about losing or winning, because river can kill you or also can bail you out, river card. So it's not about the winning or losing. It's about your approach to the game and certain things that you do that when they accumulate together, give you a negative score in your session. Let's start. If you think that your negative sessions are a result of the bad luck, you're somewhere there with Phil Hellmuth. But the difference between you and Phil Hellmuth is 13 World Series of Poker bracelets. So you might be a bad player. It's not the river card. If you limp for $3, paying the big blind, and then comes down the raise of $12, and you muck, you might be a bad player. If the river card brings the flush and the straight, and your opponent bets big, and you think a long time, should I call?
That's all you could have, right? This is...
Oh, does he have it? Oh, he's bluffing. You might be a bad player. If you constantly rebuy for 100 in a game where the max is 300, you might be a bad player. If you live in LA and play in Hollywood in 4100 game, you might be a bad player. This list can go on, but I just give you a few things to think about and compare in your game. So now, adios and see you in the felt.